A typo in my resume got me hired for a job I wasn't qualified for. The job posting required 10 years of advanced Excel skills for a position that paid twice what I was making at my entry-level job. I figured I'd apply anyway since my actual 3 years of basic spreadsheet work was better than nothing. Except when I typed up my resume, I accidentally hit the 1 key before the 3 in my experience section. 13 years experience in Excel and data analysis stared back at me from the document. I should have caught it, but I was rushing to submit before the midnight deadline. I hit send without proofreading. 2 days later, my phone rang with an interview request. "We're very impressed with your extensive Excel background," the hiring manager said. 13 years is exactly what we need for this senior analyst role. I almost corrected her right there, but the salary she mentioned made me pause. It was more money than I'd ever imagined making. "Yes, I've been working with Excel for quite some time," I said, technically not lying. The interview went surprisingly well since they spent most of it discussing the company culture and benefits package. They barely asked technical questions. "We'll have you start Monday. You'll be training the junior analysts on advanced pivot tables and macro programming." I accepted the job and immediately panicked. That weekend, I bought every Excel tutorial book I could find and watched YouTube videos for 16 hours straight. Monday morning arrived with a welcome email containing my first assignment. "Please create a dynamic dashboard with automated data refreshes and complex nested formulas for the quarterly board presentation." I had no idea what half those words meant. I spent my entire lunch break in the bathroom watching Excel tutorial videos on my phone. "How are you settling in?" my manager asked around 3 p.m. "Great, just getting reacquainted with the system. It's been a while since I've used this particular version," I said, frantically Googling what is a pivot table under my desk. My coworker Chloe leaned over. "Could you help me with this VLOOKUP formula? It's not pulling the right data." I stared at her screen like she was speaking ancient Greek. "You know what, let me take a look at this more carefully. Mind if I borrow your computer for a few minutes?" I spent 20 minutes secretly watching a VLOOKUP tutorial while pretending to troubleshoot her problem. "Try this," I said, copying the exact formula from the video. It worked perfectly. Chloe looked impressed. "Wow, you really do have a different approach. 13 years of experience really shows." By week 3, I was staying until 8 p.m. every night, frantically learning functions I was supposed to have mastered a decade ago. The irony was that my desperate cramming actually made me pretty good at Excel. I started solving problems my supposedly more experienced coworkers couldn't handle. "How did you learn to do that so quickly?" my manager asked after I automated a report that used to take 6 hours. "Sometimes you just need to approach old problems with fresh eyes," I said, which was technically true. 6 months later, I got promoted to lead analyst. My manager called it the fastest learning curve she'd ever seen. I never told anyone about the typo, but I did eventually become the Excel expert they thought they hired.